Okay, good day class. In this video, I will be discussing partial fractions and decomposition. So this is actually the next topic after quadratic equation and um, applications of quadratic equations. So partial fractions are fractions that are used for the decomposition of a rational expression. When an algebraic expression is split into a sum of two, or it could be a sum or difference of two or more rational expressions, then each part is called a partial fraction. Now, say for example, we have here 3x plus 5 over 2x squared minus 5x minus 3. This is our rational expression. We can split this rational expression into two, or it could be into two or more rational expression, in which ang simplified version niya would be equal to 2 over x minus 3 minus 1 over 2x plus 1. This one is said to be the partial fraction, and this one is another partial fractions. And this whole term here is what we call the partial fractions. Now, basically, uh, partial fractions is just the decomposition or splitting the initially congested rational or condensed rational expression into a partial fractions. So let's try to recall first the rational functions. Say for example, we let n of x and d of x be of two polynomials, be our two polynomials, sure. Then having real coefficients and no common factor other than 1. Then the rational fraction may be generally represented by n of x and d of x. So ito guys, this numerator in the denominator side has no other common factor other than 1. Then we have two cases. If the degree of the numerator is less than the denominator, in this case, it is being described in this first problem or first example, yung numerator natin has a degree lesser than our denominator. As you can see, our degree in the numerator is 2. In our denominator, sorry, in our denominator, if we try to multiply x by x and by x, we can expect x cubed. Okay? Then the highest degree would be 3. Kapag ganito daw, yung rational function natin can be considered to be a proper rational fraction or function. Otherwise, kung yung numerator has a exponent or degree that is higher compared to the denominator side, then we can say that that is an improper rational fraction. So, this is the general steps in solving rational functions or fractions. So first is you need to identify whether the expression is proper or improper rational fraction. Then, you factor the denominator. If yung given rational fraction or function natin is said to be a proper rational fraction, we can resolve the fraction into partial fractions. And we can use the four cases, which we will be discussing one by one. And if yung rational fraction natin or function natin is said to be an improper, then the step that we need to do, or we will be conducting or performing long division, and we'll try to resolve the resulting rational fraction into partial fractions if and only if hindi pa nakasimplify. Then, you find the constants. Okay? So, ito yung mga common form of rational function. Okay? We have first one. Tingnan na natin guys yung sa denominator side. We always try to look at the denominator sides. The denominator side, sorry. Yung denominator side natin, x minus a, okay? This is a linear factor. X minus b is also a linear factor, wherein yung a natin is not equal to b. If ganito yung setup natin, we can say that our factors in the denominator are linears. They are linear, and at the same time, they are not equal. Okay? Linear and not equal. Kapag ganyan, okay, yung partial fraction natin would be Yung A at saka B, guys, these are assumed values, no? Assumed values of our constant, which we will be solving later. Pero, what I'm trying to emphasize here is yung sa denominator. Kapag linear and not equal yung factors natin, then we'll copy x minus a, then we'll copy also x minus b. Okay? Then, for this second example, nakikita natin, linear yung factor but repeating. Yung x minus a raised to the power of 2 is the same as x minus a times x minus a. Kapag ganyan yung form natin, you first write x minus a in our first partial fraction, then yung second partial fraction would now be square na yan. Mas square na yan. Okay? So, this is the linear, not equal factors. Ito, linear and repeating or equal. Now, if we have here, say for example, tatlo na hindi pare-pareha or they are linear factors and are not equal, then you just need to follow the form number 1. Only that may na dagdag lang x minus 6, x minus c. Okay? Kapag naman meron tayong linear factor na naka-square or that is a repeating and another one that is distinct, then you do item number 2, and then you dagdag nyo lang yung distinct, another one. Ito. And then, what if our denominator has a quadratic factor? Meaning to say, this cannot be, this is, or this cannot be factored anymore. Hindi na siya mafa-factor. Then, if we have that quadratic factor, so first is meron na tayong linear factor dito. So, you need to follow the pattern, no? And, as you can see, kapag quadratic factor yung nasa denominator, you copy that one. But your numerator now will be in this form, bx plus c. Okay? Yan yung dapat ninyong i-remember when we are dealing with quadratic factors in the denominator. So, yung pattern dito is bx plus c. Okay? Where x squared plus bx plus c cannot be factorized further. Ito, hindi na ma-factor. Okay, so let's start with case number 1, the distinct linear factors. Okay, sabi kanina, if you have here the factors in the denominator that are all linear and none is repeated, meaning to say they are said to be distinct, kapag ganyan, okay, you copy all the factors, ganyan, and then you assume, you set values for a and b. Okay, so we need to solve for the values of a and b. A and b are constant that we need to determine. Okay, so let's try these two examples. Okay, what's the first step, guys? Is to test or determine whether our given partial fractions, or no, sorry, if our given rational expression or functions is a proper or an improper. Okay, so in problem number 1, as you can see, our numerator has a degree of 1, whereas our denominator has a degree of 2. Then we can say that this first problem is a proper rational function. Now for our problem number 2, as you can see, our numerator has a degree of 2 and our denominator has a degree of 1. Then we can say this is an improper rational function. Okay? Okay, sige, let's start with number 1. So we have 8x minus 42. Then we have also x squared plus 3x minus 18. Okay, the first step, nalaman na natin this is a proper rational function. Then, let's factor the denominator. So, we copy 8x minus 42. And what is the factor of our denominator? Denominator. So, itong x, factor niyan, x times x. Itong 18, factor niyan is 6, positive 6, and negative 3. Bakit positive 6? We need to have positive 3x in our middle. So, if we will multiply x plus 6, x minus 3, so this one is x squared, then we have 6x minus 3x, so that is positive 3x. Therefore, our factor is x plus 6 and x minus 3. Now, what can we observe in our factored in our factors in the denominator. They are both linear and they are not equal. So we can use the case number 1. Okay? Kapag ganyan, okay, 8x minus 42 over x plus 6, okay, x minus 3. So sabi doon, okay, we'll copy the linear factors, x plus 6, then we will put here a, and then we have here b, x minus 3. Okay, ganyan. Sir, what if magbaliktad? Yung x minus 3 na una, tapos a. Okay lang po. Okay? Okay lang po. Later, makukuha pa rin natin yung value ng a at b. Okay, ito value ni a at b. So, same lang po yan ha. Okay? So, this is our partial fractions, no? The next step that we need to do is that we will be multiplying all terms by the same or exact value here. So, that is x plus 6, then x minus 3. Gagawin natin yan para if we will multiply this one with this one, makakancel lang yung denominator. So that is 8x minus 42 is equal to, eto naman, i-multiply natin to dito. Okay? So mangyari niyan, yung x plus 6 makakancel, ito. Okay, so we are left with a times x minus 3. Then, plus, eto naman, multiply ito here. So mangyari yan, makancel yung x plus 3. Okay, sorry. Then, matitira na lang is b x plus 6. Okay, ganyan. Then, let's expand it further. So, mangyari niyan, we have ax minus 3a plus bx plus, okay, plus 6b. Now, ang gagawin natin is that we will be using the by coefficient method. Okay? By coefficient method. Itong by coefficient method is basically we will just be equating the coefficient of all terms in this side with all terms in this side given the same variable. Okay, first, as you can see, yung variable here has a highest degree of 1. Ito naman, 1 din. So, mangyari niyan, x1. Okay, kukunin natin yung mga coefficient na may x raised to the power 1 na variable. So, in this case, in this side, only 8 lang yung may x. So, that is the coefficient. Kaya tinawag siyang by coefficient method. And we will equate now this 8 to all values here na may x. So, you have here a, and then you have here b. Nakuha ba? So, therefore, we can say this is our first equation. Okay, equation number 1. Then, kukunin na naman natin yung x raised to the power of 0. Kung nag-1 tayo dito, mag-minus lang tayo ng 1. So, x is equal to 0 is the same as the constant. Yung mga constant na naman. So, ano ba yung constant value here? Negative 42. You always carry the sign, negative 42. Ano naman yung mga constant here? So, we have negative 3a plus 6b. Okay, and this is said to be your equation number 2. Now, so we have here, sorry. So we have here two equations having two unknowns. So we have here a plus b equal to 8. That is our first equation. Then we have negative 3a plus 6b. Okay? Is equal to negative 42. So, what we can do is to eliminate one of the variables. Ito na lang, yung eliminate natin yung a. So, what constant kaya ang i-multiply natin for the first equation para yung a is ma-eliminate? So, we can multiply this by 3. So, we have here itong 3a plus negative 3a. So, mangyari yan, that is 0. Okay, 3 times b, that is 3b plus 6b, that is 9b, equal to 3 times 8, that is 24, minus 42, that is, okay, kunin muna yung calculator na akin, no? Okay, so, wait, hold on. Okay, so we have here, again, 24 minus 42, and that is equal to 18. Okay, ito, negative 18, sorry, negative 18. Okay, then we can divide both sides by 9. So b therefore is equal to negative 2. That is our b value. Now, going back to our first equation, if our b is 8, so we can just use that one. A plus yung b natin negative 2 is equal to 8. So therefore your a is equal to 8 transpose the other side magiging 2 positive and that is equal to 10. Therefore our a and b values are 10 and negative 2 respectively. Then we can say that our partial fraction, okay, partial fractions for this 8x minus 42, x squared plus 3x minus 18 is, okay, yung a, ano yung a natin? Ito. Let's focus on this part here. So that is a, which is equal to 10 over x plus 6. Okay, plus, so ito, as you can see, negative yan. So, pwede na din negative 2. Okay, negative 2 over x minus 3. And this is now our answer. Okay, that is for example number 1.